Good evening and welcome on a Super Saturday here for the last game of the OGPL Season 4 here between Sparklet Spartans and Intertek AAA Stars. This is the challenger game. We have the match officials and the captains. Imran, he will flip the coin. Anis will do the calling. Tails to the coin. Tails it is. Anis, you want to us. What do you want to do?
Yeah, we will go for the bat first.
It's a cool evening. You just saw a match which was high scoring. What sort of a score do you want to put out on this the last game?
Yes, actually, we are also planning the same score like more than 90. So we will see if it's possible or not.
And how has this tournament been for you overall? How satisfying it is for you and your players coming into this tournament?
It's extremely under pressure. Actually, it was a good OGPL season 4, and we are happy for the Indian matches and team as well.
And you all the best. We see a good show from you in this finals. Thank you very much for joining us. As Imran, uh, happy to lose the toss and bowl first.
Not actually. We would like to. We would have wanted to bat first, and that's okay.
You see the ball; it's a cool breeze. So with the new ball, probably you want to, upfront fire against this good batting style lineup.
Absolutely yes. We have got a good bowling lineup, so we expect some good bowling start in the first 6 overs. Let's see how it goes.
And a question to you: your second season with us. How satisfying has it been for you and your boys coming into this tournament?
Third season actually. Yes. So yes, it has been a growth. We have been playing for the first year. We were like improving. Second year we did well. We reached semis, and but now this year it's not that much recommend. But unfortunately, the results of the games of the next following games did not go in our favor. So yes, but it's okay. We are like playing. We are enjoying ourselves and continue to do so.
And we look forward to see you in season 5 to come. Thank you very much. That's it from the center. Intratech captain winning the toss, and he wants to take first strike in this final game of the OGPL Season 4 here at the Bijoy Cricket Club. We're at the Queensland Stadium. Enjoy this game and have good fun. Thank you.
Intertek. Intertek A All Stars have won the toss and elected to bat first. Batting, a good line delivery here, played towards the cover region. The fielder trying to stop it, but goes towards the long on fielder. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. So one more run added to the score. 5 for no loss in the first over. 3 balls bowled so far by Inam Wazir. And on the crease, Mubashir Mukaddam and Umar Saeed. That's a good line delivery. Tried to play on the offside, missed it completely and goes straight to the keeper's hand. So no run here. The 5 for no loss. Once again, a good line delivery played towards the point region. There is a fielder manning that area. No chance of a single. So it's a dot delivery. So it's the last match. It's a 7th position match between Intertek All Stars versus Sparklet Spartans. Intertek have won the toss and elected to bat. So last legal delivery. That's a slower delivery here. Was it an edge? Yes, it is, but not cleanly taken by the keeper. So a chance goes begging. So after the first over, score 5 for no loss. Umar Saeed batting on 5, facing 3 deliveries, and Mubashir Mukaddam yet to open his account. The next batsman, the next bowler, Parminder. A short delivery onto the leg side, played it towards the fine leg region for a boundary. So that's the second boundary coming up from the bat of Umar Saeed.
भाई दे रहे 5 मिनट रुक जाओ इधर नहीं है इसमें
अभी तो थर्ड मैच का जस्ट फर्स्ट ओवर हुआ
पानी देना वो नंबर 2 में वो हमारा क्वींस पार्क में यार प्लीज
नहीं पता नहीं शायद नहीं होगा मैं वो बताता हूँ अभी वो मैं लकी भाई को बोला था लेकिन लकी भाई निकल रहे अभी तो मैं चेक करता हूँ अलहमदिल्ला फर्स्ट क्लास मैं स्लो बात कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि माइक है बाजू में सबको सुनाई देता है हाँ क्या बोला हाँ हाँ
यार
चलो बाय ठीक है फैज भाई जा रहे हैं मिलते हैं
लकी भाई निकल रहे रात में कोई है किसके साथ ऑप्शन
लकी भाई ये क्वींस
सिविल
पार्क
तक
में
ये
पानी देना यार पानी नहीं दिया बोल रहा है ये लोग चिल्ला रहा है यार
छोड़ देंगे ठीक मैं हाँ, ठीक कोई है तो विनीत को भी ठीक चलो मैं बता दूँ तेरे को एक घंटे में। हाँ हाँ खाए खाना चलो मेरे को काम करने दो बाबा मैं कंप्यूटर छोड़ के बात करूँगा चलो अल्लाह हाफिज़ So that's a good delivery here, played towards the offside, and Team Intertek have lost their first wicket in this over. Parminder is the man who has taken the wicket. So end of 2 overs, 15 for 1, going at a run rate of 7.5. Shaurya, the new batsman in, Umar Saeed is still at the crease, who have scored 11 in his 6 deliveries with 2 boundaries. So Inam Wazir comes back into attack, right arm, medium pace bowler. That's a good delivery way outside the offside and the wide signal by the umpire. The batsman chased the ball, wanted to cut it between the point and gully, but could not get a connection, and the ball goes straight into the hands of the wicket keeper. A slow delivery. That was a deceiving delivery. A good length one. The batsman committed too early. The ball was in the air for quite a bit of time, just away from the bowler towards the mid-off area. By the time the fielder comes in, they take a single here. The one more single added to the total. Shaurya is on strike now. Oh, that's a classy shot on the covers, bending on the knees and played it on the straight on the covers. What a shot here coming from the bat of Umar. That was a classic shot. He saw the ball a little outside the offside, bending, goes on one knee and plays it onto the cover. A slow delivery, deceiving delivery here onto his legs, played it straight. The bowler could have stopped it, but it went towards the mid off, and the batsman takes a single here. Once again, a full line delivery there. The ball straight went to the fielder. They take a quick single, chance of a run out, but if it was a direct hit, but there is not a direct hit here. So 2.4 overs 23 for the loss of 1 wicket. A good line delivery once again played towards the point and gully region. The fielder stops it, and by the time he throws it back to the keeper, they take a quick single here. So 24 for 1 in 2.5. Down the leg side, and just a flick goes past the fine leg and goes for a boundary. So a costly over coming up here from Inam Wazir. 13 runs of this over, 28 for 1 in 3 overs. The new bowler, Natraj Shetty, they know the importance of wickets here. It is the wicket can stop the runs. That was a good delivery played towards the mid-on area. Natraj Shetty. A good line delivery onto the offside, cut it hard between the point and cover point. Fielder goes for a boundary. That's the boundary number 4 for Umar Saeed. So he is dealing with boundaries here, facing 11 deliveries, already moved on to 21 at a strike rate of 190. Brilliant piece of batting here. Playing with the merit of the ball, sees where the ball is, respecting the bowler for good deliveries, and the bad deliveries he is definitely not missing on punishment. That's a good delivery, a full length delivery here. Played towards the long off region. The fielder cuts it off and throws it back to the bowler. Just a single here, but that was a good shot. A fuller length delivery. Played it a little uppishly, but gone straight to the long off fielder. Cuts it towards the cover point region. The fielder misfields, and for the misfield, they take 2 runs. So that's a quite bit of running here. A good running between the wicket. 3.4 overs, 35 for 1, going at a run rate of 9.55. Okay, so take care, man. Sure, 100%. That's been a second misfield back to back, and which costed them a single. So 2 doubles here. Once again, a Goodland delivery. Wanted to play on the offside. Just takes a outer edge and goes straight to the bowler. No run here. So end of 4 overs, 37 for the loss of 1 wicket. Intertek AAA All-Stars, batting at a run rate of 9.25. So far, their decision of batting first seems to be good enough. Team Sparklet Spartans would require some wickets here. Once again, a full length delivery. Well played, but straight to the fielder at the mid-off. Mid-off fielder cuts it off and throws it back to the bowler, but could not contain a single. So Inam Wazir comes back to ball his third over. Well played, goes straight to the point fielder. Shaurya likes to cut. Once again, a good length delivery. Just played onto the off onside. A quick single taken there. So 4.3 overs, 39 for 1. A good comeback by Inam Wazir. The last over was a bit expensive, but this over, very tidy. A slower delivery, and the batsman punches it towards the mid-off fielder. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. Meanwhile, the batsman takes a single here. That's played towards the long on region. Goes for a single. "41 for 1 in 4.5 overs. Again, a slower delivery, a fuller length. The batsman played it a little uppishly, going towards the mid-off, but they take a quick single here. So with this, end of 5 overs, they've scored 42 for 1, going at a run rate of 8.4.
Delivery again on the pad.
Nataraj Shetty comes back into the attack. Right arm bowler coming over the wicket. A short runner. Good length delivery. Try to play it. Takes an outside edge. Straight to the fielder. But there is a misfield. And that goes for a boundary. Wanted to hit it over the long on. Takes a thick outside edge. Goes straight to the third man fielder. But after the pitch of the ball turns, could not control, and that ball went straight to the boundary. That's a welcome boundary for Umar Saeed. A good ball went straight to the good line delivery there. Hit it straight to the mid-off fielder. There was a slight bit of misfield, and but there's no 2 runs here, just a single.
Full length delivery there. Wanted to play it up and above, but missed it completely. Goes straight to the keeper. That's a dot delivery coming up. So this is the last over of the power play, and they know they need to hit some boundaries. The restriction of power play, only two fielders can be outside 30 yard. Once again, a full length delivery here, played towards the mid on. The fielder picks it up and throws it back, just a single. Played and a miss, straight to the keeper. Wanted to play it up and above, but there is no run here. There's no connection. And the ball straight goes into the hands of the keeper. So, a dot delivery. Well left by the batsman. He knew the ball is a wide ball. So, there is an extra run coming up. So, the last legal delivery of this over and of the power play. Quicker delivery here. And that's a boundary coming up from the bat of Shaurya. Well, to see how the field setting would be. They need to take some wickets here. They need to put some break on the runs. They are going at a run rate of almost 9 per over. In 6 overs, 53 for 1. So Inam Wazir comes back. He is completing his full quota of 4 overs. The first ball was a slower, fuller delivery, deceiving the batsman. Good length delivery here, but it was way outside the offside line and wide given by the umpire. So one extra run. So there is a lot of variation shown by Inam Wazir. A slower cutter delivery and then a quicker delivery. A shot of a good length delivery here, played towards the cover point region. The fielder comes running in, picks it up and throws it back to the wicket keeper. Meanwhile, they take a single. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good pickup shot. Straight over the long off fielder for a huge six. That's a good pickup shot by Umar Soheed and the first maximum. A full toss delivery onto the leg side. have to see if there was something to it. Yes, it flicked the pads, and good keeping by the keeper, or else definitely it would have gone to a boundary. So 4 runs saved here. Thank you. Once again, a Yorker and delivery. Played it towards the mid on. That's a quick single here. There was a bit of hesitation between both the batsmen. Yes, no. And eventually they take a single. That's a quick single taken. There was a chance of a run out, but lucky enough, no casualty there. A new bowler Ramakrishna, right arm off break. Welcome back after the short Azan break. But meanwhile, what we have witnessed here, Ashwarya hit a 6 on towards the long on for the bowling of Ramakrishna, and the next delivery, Ramakrishna takes the revenge, gets him out bowled. So the score 71 for 2 in 7.5 overs. So Ramakrishna getting the breakthrough for the team. Mohammad Zarir is the new batsman who is playing his 11th match. A slower delivery onto the leg side, and that is a wide. So, welcoming the batsman with a wide here. Once again, down the leg side, and that's one more wide here. He is trying to deceive the batsman, not once again slower in the air, and the batsman picks it up quite nicely, played towards the cow corner region for a boundary. That's the first ball faced by Mohammad Zarir, and he hits for a boundary here. So end of 8 overs, 77 for 2. So new bowler Nisar Ahmed, left arm medium, comes over the wicket. A good line delivery here. Try to play it towards the gully region. The fielder cuts it off. And that's a quick running between the wicket here. Umar Saeed takes 2 quick runs and moves on to 44 in 24 deliveries. Once again, a good delivery, but played equally well by the batsman towards the cover point region, and takes a quick single here. A fuller length delivery. The batsman just played it towards the mid-off region. The bowler running behind the ball collects it, and meanwhile the batsman takes a single. 8.3 overs, 81 for 2. That's a good score so far. And the batting, they're almost running at around 10 per over. Well played by the batsman, straight towards the long off region, standing tall, waiting for the ball to come to the bat, and punching it down towards the long off region for a single. Good luck delivery onto his pad. That's a big appeal, but denied by the umpire. So it's a dot delivery here. Once again, a good delivery onto his pads, played towards the cow corner region. By the time the deep mid wicket fielder runs and picks it up, they take 2 runs. So 2 more runs added to the total. 9 overs, 84 for 2. Ramakrishna comes back into attack. 1 over, he has given away 14 runs but taken 1 wicket. A slower delivery, deceiving delivery here. Batsman had stepped down the track, wanted to hit it, but checked his shot, played it towards the point region. Just a single here. That's a good pickup shot here towards the deep mid wicket. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, they take a single. That's a slog sweep coming up from the bat of Mohammad Zarir. Coming down the track, but straight to the fielder. There is a misfield. Due to misfield, they take a single here. The fielder could not collect the ball cleanly. Once again, down the track, up and above, the long on fielder. That's the maximum coming from the bat of Mohammad Zarir. That's the first maximum from the bat of Mohammad Zarir here. And they are coming to a party. 93 for 2 in 9.4 overs. What a shot that was. Coming down the track, picked the ball at the pitch of the ball and played it up and above the long on fielder for a huge maximum outside the ground. A slow in the air. The batsman comes down the track, makes it a low full toss ball and played it towards the long off fielder for a single here. A good batting display by both the batsmen here, taking the partnership to 23 of just 12 deliveries. A slower outside off. That's a no ball given by the umpire. And that's a free hit coming up for Umar Saeed, who is batting on 48. Plays it up towards the square leg boundary for a 6. And with this 6, he brings up his 50. 54 of just 30 deliveries, 6 boundaries, and 2 maximums. That's the end of 10 overs. 101 for 2. Batting at a run rate of 10.10. We'll take a short little drinks break here. I'll come back shortly. Welcome back, and that's the first delivery from Nisar Ahmed onto his pad. There was a big appeal for leg before, but denied by the umpire. So played towards the long off region just for a single. Umar Saeed batting brilliantly here on 54 of just 30 deliveries. Played down the ground towards the cover region. The fielder coming underneath it picks up the ball and throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, they take a single here. Down on the knees. Played it straight towards the covers just for a single. Nisar Ahmed not giving away too many runs here in this over, just 3 in his 4 deliveries. Played it on to the leg side towards the deep mid wicket region. The fielder comes underneath it, picks it up, and throws it back to the bowler. One more single added to the total. So, this over turning out to be a good over for Team Sparklet Spartans. Huh? Commentators curse. That's a dot delivery here. I was just told let's not have a commentator's curse, and that turned into the favor of the bowling team. That's a good over. Just 4 runs coming off this over. In fact, I would say 3 runs coming off this over. End of 11 overs, 105 for 2. ग्यारह ओवर के बाद 105 2 विकेट के नुकसान पे मोहम्मद जहीर बैटिंग कर रहे हैं 17 रन पे 11 गेंदों का सामना किया है, एक चौके और एक छक्के की बदौलत, और उसका साथ देते हुए उमर सईद 56 रन 32 गेंदों के सामना करते हुए 6 चौके 2 छक्के की बदौलत। नए गेंदबाज इमरान शेख राइट आर्म लेग ब्रेक बॉलर है। Played it towards the deep mid wicket, and इसके चलते 1 रन का इजाफा। 11.1 ओवर के बाद 106 2 विकेट के नुकसान पे। बहुत ही स्लो डिलीवरी है, डिसिलिविंग डिलीवरी, शॉर्ट ऑफ अ गुड लेंथ थी। बैट्समैन उसको स्क्वायर लेग पे खेलना चाहते थे, बट कमिट पहले ही कर गए। बैट का अंदरूना किनारा लगा और स्ट्रेट थर्ड फाइन लेग फील्डर के पास सिर्फ 1 रन। ये पिकअप शॉट है, straight fielder under coming underneath it, and he drops the catch. He had taken it comfortably. He had both the hands. The ball couldn't stick into his palms. Dropped it just inside the boundary line, but definitely saved 5 runs for the team here. That's a quicker delivery, deceiving the batsman completely, but it came as a low full toss और बैट्समैन ने लॉन्ग ऑन की तरफ उसको खेला, एक और रन का इजाफा, 1.4 ओवर के बाद 109, 2 विकेट के नुकसान पे। बहुत ही स्लो डिलीवरी, बैट्समैन कमिंग डाउन द ट्रैक एंड स्ट्रेट हिट above the umpire, above the bowler, goes for a maximum. He had missed it the last ball. It had gone straight to the fielder, but this time doesn't make any mistake, comes down the track, makes it a half volley, and straight a huge six. Once again, onto this leg side, played towards the deep mid-wicket fielder. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. So, end of over number 12, 116 for 2. 11 runs coming off this over, 1 maximum and 5 singles. We have Nisar Ahmed back. First bowling, the fielder coming underneath it from long on, picks the ball and throws it back to the bowler. Single here. Umar Saeed is a quicker delivery here. Played on the offside. The fielder, Natraj, fielding it and throwing it back to the bowler. So just a single. Umar Saeed is playing a blinder of an inning here. 66 of 37. A Kuka delivery again played towards the long on region. The fielder coming underneath it, picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. So Nisar Ahmed, very economical so far with the context of the game. 2.3 overs, 14 runs. Coming down the track, played it towards the long on region. Just a single here. Both the batsmen are set batsmen, but the partnership of 48 and just 29 deliveries. Short of a good length, that's an edge, but dropped by the keeper. That was a sitter here. That's the chance given for Umar Saeed. In last 2 overs, 2 chances have gone begging for Umar Saeed, and he is doing the bulk of the scoring for Team Intertek AAA All Stars. Would this be a costly mess? It has to be seen later on. Swing and a miss here. The ball straight goes to the keeper's hand, and that's a dot delivery. So, end of 13 overs, 120 for 2. Slower down. The batsman. That was a slow delivery. Batsman coming down the track, wanted to play it up and above the bowler's head, but takes the leading edge, goes straight to the gully fielder, but no casualty there. 1 run added to the total. That's a great cut shot by the batsman up and above the gully fielder. Straight goes for a boundary, and with that boundary, Umar Saeed moves on to 70, 71 in 41 deliveries, 7 boundaries, and 3 maximums. Slower delivery there, played it towards the long off region. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the bowler, and one more run added to the total. Team Intertek 125 for 2. Batsman coming down the track wanted to play, but see the ball is a wide delivery, so he left it alone and comes back into the crease. So one more run added to the score in the form of an extra. Slower in the air, deceiving the batsman, inviting the batsman to play it up and above, but the ball was too slow. By the time the batsman could connect, it went straight to the deep mid wicket fielder for a single. That's a wide delivery called by the umpire, so one more extra run added to the total. With this, the score moves on to 129 for 2 in 13.4 overs. What a pickup shot there! Straight up and above the bowler's head. Gone for a maximum here. Umar Saeed, you beauty. Making the opposite team pay for the drop chances here. That's a maximum number 4. Batting at 78 of just 43 deliveries. What a shot that was. Imran Sheikh ready to ball his final delivery of this over. Once again onto the leg side, played it up and above the deep mid wicket fielder. That's the second maximum, back to back maximum from the bat of Umar Saeed. With this, the score moves on to 141 for the loss of 2 wickets, and Umar Saeed moves on to 84 of just 44 deliveries. That's a good batting display by Mohammad Zarir. He saw the ball coming on the leg side, just opening the face of the bat, guiding it towards the fine leg. He knows there is a fielder inside. He just had to miss the fielder, and the ball races towards the boundary for a four. Played it towards the cow corner. The long on fielder could not do anything, and that's the boundary number two, a back-to-back boundary by Mohammad Zarir. Now Mohammad Zarir is saying to Umar Saeed, if you can, I can too. He has quickly moved on to 32 of just 20 deliveries, and a partnership building up here, 80 of just 42 deliveries. That's a good delivery here, played towards the cover region. The fielder coming underneath it. They run the first one hard, wanted to take a double, but sent back by the other batsman. So end of 15 overs, 152 for the loss of 2 wickets. Nisar Ahmed completes his 4 overs. He was bit economical, giving away just 26 runs in his a quota of 4 overs. The last 5 overs remaining of this inning, Intertek AAA with 8 wickets in hand would eye on to score more than 210 to 220. That's by signal by the umpire. So 2 more runs added to the total in the form of extra. And that's the wicket here. What a comeback by the bowler. Parminder is the man who breaks the partnership. We're going a good partnership of 83. That's the wicket being rattled. What a ball. Came in sharply and taken the off stump out of the ground. And that's the wicket number 3 for Team Intertek AAA All Stars in the form of Mohammad Zarir, who played a gem of a inning here, 33 of just 23 deliveries with 3 boundaries and 1 maximum. अरे भाई वहाँ स्कोरबोर्ड ही नहीं चल रहा वही अटका हुआ है The shot of a good line delivery here. The batsman just nudges it towards the mid-on area and 1 run added. With this 1 run, the score moves on to 154 for 3. The new batsman, Libin Raj. Libin Raj, a well experienced batsman, 727 matches. That's a shot of the match here. He saw the ball was outside off, just opened the face of the bat, pure timing, and that's gone for a 4. And with this 4, Umar Saeed is on 89, inching closer towards his century. Brilliant piece of batting from Umar Saeed so far. Onto the leg side, played it towards the deep mid wicket, and by the time the fielder picks it up and throws, they take double. The 2 more runs added to the score. And what I was talking about, the new batsman, Libin Raj, he is playing his 727th match. A bit of an experience here. 17,695 runs under his belt. Average of 39.85 and a strike rate of 149.55. So end of the over number 16 and the score 161, just over 10 per over. Libin Raj played it over the cover region for a boundary. The second ball faced and that's hit over the cover region for a boundary here. So Ramakrishna coming in to ball. His 2 overs were a bit expensive. Now the third over starts with a boundary. That was a short ball. The fielder coming underneath it, but doesn't give a try, and the ball goes towards the mid wicket region for a single. So 1 more run added to the total. Now the score 166 for 3. Umar Saeed just nudges it towards the mid on fielder and takes a single here. So Intertek All Stars, who had opted to bat first, they are doing a brilliant work here, going at a run rate of 10. Livin Raj plays it up and above the mid wicket fielder for a huge maximum. That's gone out of the ground. That's a maximum number 1 for Libin. Just 4 deliveries that he is in. 1 maximum and 1 boundary already in his kitty. Once again goes down on his knees, plays towards the deep mid wicket fielder, piercing both the fielder here, and goes for a boundary. So suddenly they have put the pedal on, and the score is coming only in boundaries here. Oh, there is a bit of a misfield here. played towards the cover region. The fielder was coming underneath it, but the ball after the bounce turned a bit and gone for a 4. So a costly over, 20 runs of this over. So end of 17, 181 for 3. Hamida comes back into attack, but Umar Saeed, he is seeing the ball like a football here. Plays it towards the cover point region for one more boundary, and he is inching very close to his century. 96 of just 50 deliveries here. He just requires 4 more runs. A full toss onto his leg side, plays it towards the fine leg region. That's the boundary. With the boundary, he comes to his century in just 51 deliveries. What an inning here. What a batting performance by Umar Saeed. Lovely batting here. So, century of just 51 deliveries, 10 boundaries, and 5 maximums. The best part of his inning was not much of a risk here. He took calculative risks, and all the 5 maximums were way out of the ground. Just couple of chances that went begging. But Umar Saeed capitalized on the chances given, and he made the bulk of the scoring here. 100 of just 51 deliveries. What a player. What a knock. There's a bit of a delay here. That's a no ball given by the third umpire, the waist height no ball, and it's a free hit. That's played towards the long off region. The fielder coming underneath it, picks it up, throws it back to the bowler. A full and delivery here. Libin Raj wanted to play. The batsman was running, wanted to take a single here. But eventually they take a single. A good thinking by the bowler. He went to the ball, picked it up. The batsman was outside the crease. He wanted to shy at the stumps, missed it, but eventually they take a single here. A good delivery, played straight above the. Oh, that's a misfield, and that's a boundary here. That's easy run given to the batsman. He had comfortably made the ground, collected the ball, but slipped it out of his hand and just rolled it over the boundary line. Once again, played towards the long off region. The fielder with the juggle collects it and throws it back to the bowler. So just a single here. Now the score moves on to 197. That's a healthy score. Livin Raj coming down the track made it a yorker for himself, but played it well towards short mid wicket area, and they take a single. So end of 18 overs, 198. Going at a run rate of 11, and with this, the projected score is 220. That's a good shot, but there is a fielder manning that area. Picks it up and throws it back. So Natraj Shetty coming into ball. 2.1 overs, he has given away 21 runs. Umar Saeed, he has played a blinder of an inning. Will he be able to carry his bat? That's just cut it above the gully fielder, and that's one more boundary added to his total. What a inning so far. 110 of just 55. 12 boundaries, 5 maximums, going at a strike rate of 200. Led delivery here. Try to play, takes an inside edge, goes towards the fine leg fielder, takes a single here. So 204 for 3 in 18.3 overs. Limin Raj playing, looking very dangerous. Deep mid wicket fielder for a maximum. What a shot here. Moving across, playing with the bowler here. making bowler think what the batsman is going to do, try to move out, goes inside to the crease, makes it a deep crease here, make it a short ball, and pulls it over again a deep mid wicket fielder for a second maximum back to back. 35 of just 11 deliveries, going at a strike rate of 318. That was a Yorkerland delivery. Just that the batsman was deep inside the crease. He could play it towards the long on fielder for a single. With this single, that comes the end of 19 overs. 217 is the score. Umar Saeed is batting on Nelson. 1-1-1. And he's been there from ball number 1. Will he be able to carry the bat along? We have to wait and watch this over. But who is looking dangerous here? It's Libin Raj. Goes inside the crease. That's a helicopter shot coming up. Going towards the deep square leg for a boundary. That's the boundary number 4 for Libin Raj. 40 of just 13 deliveries. My, oh my. What a batsman. He is making it look so easy. Stand and deliver. Play towards the cover region. There is a slight misfield, and due to which they take 2 runs. Libin Raj moves to 42 of just 14 deliveries, 4 fours and 3 maximum, with a strike rate of 300. A shorter delivery, want to play it onto the onside. Uh, Libin Raj wants to make his half century, denies a single year. Rightly so. He has done well so far for the team. He is scoring the bulk here. 3 deliveries here and 8 runs required for Libin. A good line delivery, played straight to the bowler, but slight misfield, goes straight to the long off fielder. Single taken here. Now it is with Umar Saeed, who is batting on 111. 2 more deliveries. Plays it up. The fielder coming underneath it, but falls short of a fielder here. Just a single. So it is certain if there is no extra balls that Umar Saeed would carry his bat. What a batsman. 20 overs he has been there. Short delivery, played towards the square leg area, and that's a maximum to end the over. Hard luck to Libin Raj, who could not complete his 50, ends with 49 of just 17 deliveries, 4 maximum, and 4 boundaries. So, end of 20 overs, 231 for 3. Umar Saeed, you beauty, 112 not out of just 57 deliveries, 12 boundaries with 5 maximum. So Team Intertek AAA All Stars end their inning at 231 for 3. Sparklet Spartans require 232 in the allotted 20 overs. We will have a short inning breaks and we'll come back with the chase. Welcome back after a short inning breaks. Team Intertek All Stars scored 231 in their allotted 20 overs. Sparklet Spartans are now on the crease. Farooq and Ramakrishna. And to start the proceeding, it is Ashraf Chippa with his right arm medium ball. A shot of a good length here down the leg side. A wide given by the umpire. So wide plus 1 run to start the proceeding with. So 2 runs in the form of an extra coming up. The two fielders outside the 30-yard, deep square leg, and a long off fielder here. A good line delivery. The batsman played towards the point region. The fielder cuts it off. There's no run here. So once again, a good delivery. Tried to play it onto the leg side. Takes an inside edge. Uh, the fielder coming from the mid on area. Pick the ball. Throws it back to the keeper. They take a single here. 0.2 overs, 3 runs on the board. Played it towards the cover region. There is a fielder manning that area. No chance of a run. That's a dot delivery. A good leg delivery, played up in the air. The fielder coming underneath it. Oh, drops it just short. That's a good try by the fielder. And that's a good throw here, straight to the keeper. That's a valiant effort. Running from the long off area up till the mid off. But the ball dying onto him, could not collect it cleanly. A good delivery, played it on to the long on area, up and above the fielder. That's the first boundary coming up from the bat of Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna, 5 of 3 deliveries with 1 boundary. They need some scoring here because the required run rate is about 11.6. Every over, they need to have 1 or 2 boundaries to be in the game. Oh, that's played well, cut it hard, but straight to the point fielder. And there's no run here. So, end of 1 over. The score 8 for no loss. आपने भेजा दीदी को मैं वही क्वेश्चन भी उसको वही पूछा था तो फिर वही बोलता हूँ कि भाई ये पहला ऐसा है उसके बाद में सेकंड लेटर इसमें लॉयर का नाम वगैरह देना That's well played over the fielder. towards the cover region, and that's the boundary of the first delivery here of Mubashir Mukaddam. Farouk gets his first boundary, 5 of 3 deliveries faced so far. So there is a change of field. There is a deep backward point and a long off fielder. The fielder coming underneath it, and there is a chance, goes begging. The fielder was well settled under the ball with both the hands underneath it, but the ball couldn't stick into the palm of the fielder, and there's a drop catch. Takes a leading edge, goes towards the fielder at the gully, and the first chance given for Farouk. A full length delivery there, played towards the long off area, the fielder cutting it off. Just a single. So one more run added to the total. 1.3 overs, 48 for no loss. Oh, that's a full length delivery, but a wide signal by the umpire. The batsman left it alone. He saw that ball was way down the wide line on the offside, and he left it alone. So one more extra run added to the total. That's onto the leg side pad. Played it towards the square leg area. And that's a maximum. That's the first maximum coming from the bat of Farouk. That was a good pickup shot here. He is batting on 12, facing 5 deliveries, 1 4 and 1 maximum. That is the kind of start Sparklet Spartan would have wanted. They need to carry on from here. They need to capitalize off the power play if they have to be in the game. Oh, what a shot! Up and above, but the fielder coming underneath it misses it completely, and that's one more chance goes begging here. It was a tough chance. The fielder had to run at least 10 yards behind to grab that ball, but he misses it, and that's one more run added. In fact, 2 runs added to the total. Once again onto the leg side, play towards the mid-wicket area. The fielder running behind the ball, but the ball wins the race here. That's a boundary. Good start for Team Sparklet Spartan. 2 overs, 27. They have no option but to get going from ball number 1. The score is too high for them, 231. And if they have to be in the chase, they have to score big from ball 1. And they are doing it right now. Mubashir Mukaddam ending his 1 over and giving away 19 runs, a bit expensive here. Farouk, 18 with just 7 deliveries, 2 fours and 1 maximum. Good leg delivery onto his pads. Just flicked it towards the square leg area. The batsman wanted double, but sent back by the non-striker. So just a single here. So Ashraf Chippa bowling his second over. Once again onto the pad. There is an appeal for the leg before, but umpire denies it and says it was going down the leg. Leg by given. So one more run added to the total. Oh, there's one more chance goes begging. It was straight into the hand of longer fielder. Both the hands, but could not stick into the palm. And that's a drop catch here. Just a single added to the total. Oh, there's again a misfield. Got the hands to it, but there is a stop. One more run added to the total here. There was a call for LBW but denied, and no signal by the umpire, which means there was bat involved. No, there is a leg by. Played it straight towards the mid-on area. The deep mid wicket fielder running behind the ball but could not cut it off, and that's a boundary. That's a welcome boundary here. Ashraf Chippa was going good in this over, but the last ball conceded 4 runs, and this takes the Sparklet Spartan to 35 in 3 overs, going at a run rate of 11.67, but the required run rate still at 11.59. Libin Raj comes into the attack. Right arm, medium pace bowler. 727 matches, 359 wickets. A good line delivery there. The batsman hit it up and above the long off fielder. That's a maximum to start with the over. Farouk, you are creating some sort of a game here. The second maximum of just 10 deliveries faced, 25 of just 10 deliveries, going at a run rate of a strike rate of 250. Welcoming Libin Raj with the maximum. Onto his pads, on his back foot, plays it towards the deep square leg area. The fielder, slight misfield, but not much of a damage here. Just a single. Uh, Change in field, deep square leg fielder comes in, and deep cover point, and long off, a wide long off. A shot of a good leg delivery, played straight towards the deep cover point. The fielder picks it up, throws it back towards the bowler, towards the keeper. Just a single here. So they are making the changes as per the batsman. For Farouk, they are having deep square leg, deep mid wicket here. A slow delivery onto the leg side, played straight towards the mid on fielder. That was deceiving. That was a good delivery, good deceptive delivery from Libin Raj. The batsman could not read the ball, wanted to play, but he played it straight towards the mid on player. No run there. A good line delivery again. Played again towards the mid-on fielder. The fielder picks it up. Oh, that was not clean. There was a chance of a run out if the fielder would have picked it up cleanly. So one more run added to the total. A good comeback from bowler Libin Raj after the first ball being hit for a six. So next four delivery, just 3 runs. A shot of a good leg delivery played toward the covers. There is no much of a damage here, just a dot delivery. So Libin Raj ends the over well. In 1 over, just 9 runs. Ashraf Chippa comes back into the bowling. He has bowled well, 2.2 overs, 19 runs, but the last delivery went for a boundary. Once again, a good leg delivery. The batsman played it back to the bowler. There's no damage here. There's no runs added. So just a dot delivery. Farouk is playing a gem of inning here. 31 of just 15 deliveries, 3 4s and 2 6s. Once again, a good leg delivery. That's an edge. And that's the first wicket goes. And the wicketkeeper doesn't make any mistake here. Takes an outside edge and goes straight to the keeper. And Ashraf Chippa gets a breakthrough. The first breakthrough in the fifth over. 48 for 1 in the form of Farouk, who was batting brilliantly here. 31 of 17 deliveries. Unfortunate. He wanted to hit it big, but takes an edge and goes straight to the keeper. So that's the first wicket goes for Sparklet Spartan. Uh, that's a breakthrough for Ashraf Chippa. And after the first wicket, Deepak Kumar comes into the crease. The first ball faced, he nudges it down straight to the bowler. No run here. full and end delivery played towards the cover region. There is a fielder manning that area. There is no chance of a single, and that is how we end the over. 5 overs, 48 for 1. Ashraf Chippa, 3 overs, 19 runs, 1 wicket, getting the breakthrough for Team Intertek. Played it straight towards the long off fielder for a single. So Livin Raj bowling his second over. I am sure with this wicket they would apply some breaks here. So now there is a change of fielding. Deep cover point fielder comes in and long on field, the mid on fielder goes back. The third man fielder goes to fine leg. Edge and goes flying over the third man fielder for a boundary. So that's the first boundary coming up for Deepak Kumar. So the batsman was trying to play toward the long on area but takes an edge, goes flying over the third man fielder. That was a slower delivery, but the batsman has played towards the long on area. That was bit in the air for a long time, but landing safely in front of the bowler. The fielder collects it after a couple of bounces. Just a single here, and there is a change in field here. The long on fielder comes inside, and deep cover point. The cover point fielder goes deep. Once again, an edge going over the gully. There was a hand. He had, he was underneath it with one hand, but could not stick into his palm. And there's a chance goes begging once again. So, so there is a chance given for Ramakrishna here. Unlucky for the bowler, missing on for this wicket. It would have been an easy wicket so far. So change in the field once again, and he gets the cow corner. And that's the wicket here. What a delivery straight onto his leg stump, and the leg stump goes flying. That's a wicket number 2. Deepak Kumar goes for by scoring 5 runs, facing 5 deliveries. What a bowling by Libin Raj. What a comeback by Team Intertek here. Team Sparklet has started strongly, but these 2 quick wickets would definitely apply a brakes here. And Libin Raj had done well with the bat. Now he is showing with the ball as well. 1.5 overs, 16 for 1. So new batsman Vinay Malik. Oh, that's a big appeal. That's a close call, but denied by the umpire. The batsman could not read the ball. It was a good length delivery. Wanted to play it onto the onside. Missed it completely. Goes and hit the pads. But no casualty here. So end of 6 overs, 55 for 2. Going at a run rate of 9.17. Required run rate of 12.64. ये आखिरी मैच है OGPL सीजन 4 का स्पार्कलेट स्पार्टन्स और वर्सेस इंटरटेक ऑल स्टार। इंटरटेक ऑल स्टार ने पहले बैटिंग करते हुए 231 रन जोड़ा है और स्पार्कलेट स्पार्टन को 232 रन का लक्ष्य दिया है और स्पार्कलेट स्पार्टन ने बहुत ही अच्छी शुरुआत की। पहले 4 ओवर में 44 रन पे खेल रहे थे बिना कोई विकेट के।
The Bijoy Sparklet Saturday, the weekend match that's going on. And believe me, this week, Saturday, that is today, there are two big semi-finals happening. One on Queen's Park, one on Queen's Land. So the top four teams who have qualified in the semi-finals are Blazing Bandits taking on Ajman Lions, and Sharjah Stars are taking on North Stars. Now, all the four teams who have qualified, they've done a fabulous job throughout the entire tournament, and every player's contribution in each team have got them to the semi-final position. The pitch today is fabulous for batting. We have had three games already on both the grounds today, and we have had 200 plus scores on all the six matches. So we're expecting a cracker of a game today. 9 o'clock is the start time of the game, and all the four teams, we wish you all the best and play bold cricket, enjoy the game, and we'll wait and see who gets to the finals position. So all the best, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you.
So that's the end of the power play. Now they have the liberty of having 5 fielders outside the circle. Played it towards the cover region. So deep point, cover point player cutting it off, throws it back to the bowler. 1 run here. So they have 5 fielders outside the circle. One is deep cover point, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. That's played straight to the long off fielder here. So there is just a 1 run added to the total. कमेंट्री था हाँ हाँ नहीं वो मेरा सिम का थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम था बंद किया मतलब सब कह रहे हाँ चल जाएगा हो गया अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह फिर तो हम्म, नहीं एक्चुअली ऑफिस को फिर क्या बोलने का हमारे नसीब करा देना ऑफिस को फाइन लग गया 5,000 का तो सिम बंद हो गए सबके तो वही कॉलिंग के लिए मार्केटिंग कॉल्स बैंड है ना इधर तो किसी पे किसी अंपायर ने कंप्लेंट कर दिया तो इस वजह से सिम को 5,000 का फाइन और सिम ब्लॉक हो गया तो इसके मेरा उसी के नाम पे था ना मेरा भी सिम अच्छा तो हम लोगों ने क्या किया फिर हमने वो चेंज करके डू में डू कर लिया तो डू का आया लेकिन नेक्स्ट डे वो मैसेज आया कि सिम ब्लॉक बिकॉज तुम्हारे एम एस आई डी पे है, जब तक फाइन पे नहीं करते तो अभी बस ऐसे ही चला रहे हैं मतलब खाली इनकमिंग आ रहा है आउट गोइंग सब बंद है हम्म। क्या बोलूं, वो नसीब ही ऐसी खराब है कुछ नहीं करते हम्म, तो ये और बता तेरा कैसे चल रहा था परसों वो एक्चुअली 4-5 दिन पहले आया था मैं समारी को एक
क्लाइंट को मिलने के लिए, तो शाम के टाइम पे, तो मस्जिद के टाइम पे, तो मैं, हाँ नहीं, मैं आया उसको मिलने के लिए, तो मस्जिद में जा रहा था, तो किसी से वो बात दरवाजे गई, तो मैं तो ठीक नहीं है। फिर वो नमाज का टाइम था, नमाज पढ़ के उसको मिला, तो उसके साथ में फिर रासल खोद चला गया, तो मैं तो आता था मिलने। आउटगोइंग फ्री नहीं होता ये बस, अभी लेना है, देखते हैं बाकी के टाइम पे। ऑफिस के काम ओके ओके, जस्ट उसका जॉब भी दूसरा जॉब छोड़ी थी ना, तो उसका वीज़ा अभी लगा रहे हैं, तो हुआ कल मेडिकल वगैरह सब हुआ, अभी कभी वीज़ा आना था, मेडिकल रिपोर्ट हो गई है। और बच्चे सब ठीक, लिखी गई तो किसी भी गई तो होगा। आओ कभी चक्कर में, तो नोइस में, नोइस में है ना, हाँ वो तो विला बंद है ना, हाँ हाँ, तो नोइस में इसमें एक याद मॉल के पीछे। हम्म, नहीं नहीं, नोइस में बंद हो, जिस एक याद मॉल के पीछे से बिल्कुल खत्म से अंदर, अंदर में, अंदर में है, ये अपना टेक मोमेंट के रोड के लग के। हाँ हाँ, तुम लोग आओ घर पे।
ठीक है, ओके, चल हाफिज। Welcome back after a short little break here. 7.4 overs, 62, 66 for 2. That's a good ball. A full length delivery. Batsman wanted to play it on the leg side, but misses it completely. Goes straight to the keeper. So Ramakrishna still on the crease. 21 of 19. A slower delivery here. Picked it up well. Straight. There is a misfield there. And that's a boundary. That's a welcome boundary straight down the track. 70 for 2 in 8 overs. 8.75, and the required run rate slowly creeping up to 13.5. 8 ओवर के बाद 70, 2 विकेट के नुकसान पे अभी का करंट रन रेट 8.75 और रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट है 13.50। वाइड बॉल का इशारा अंपायर द्वारा। सो मनीषा परेरा अपनी दूसरी ओवर लेते हुए पहली गेंद पे वाइड। बेग पार्डन, शेल्डन अल्वरेज पहली बॉल पे वाइड और दूसरी बॉल पे लो फुल टॉस, और बैट्समैन ने उसको डीप मिड विकेट की तरफ खेला चौके के लिए। विनायक मलिक अपना पहला चौका 7 6 गेंदों का सामना करते हुए एक चौके की बदौलत, और रामकृष्ण उसका साथ देते हुए 25 रन 21 गेंदें 3 चौके की बदौलत। शेल्डन अल्वरेज अपना पहला ओवर लेके पहली गेंद पे 5 रन अब तक दिए हैं। फील्ड में थोड़ी सी तब्दीली। बैट्समैन ने खाओ कॉर्नर की तरफ खेला चौके के लिए। कोई फील्डर भागने की कोई जरूरत नहीं, बॉल सीधे खाओ कॉर्नर की तरफ, बाउंड्री। विनय मलिक के बैट से 2 चौके बैक टू बैक। That's a wide given by the umpire. Sheldon Alvarez being a bit expensive here. 2 balls, 10 runs given so far. Once again a wide, but this time outside the offside. That was a big appeal for LBW, but the umpire walks away, which shows that he is not interested and denied. No casualty, no runs, a dot delivery here. A full toss, but lower of the waist height. Wanted to play it above the long off, but takes outside edge, passes the gully fielder, just a single. Asking for a no ball, but I feel it was dipping. Good umpiring here. The ball was dipping and not a no ball. Now played it onto the leg side, played it smartly, takes 2 quick runs here. So 2 more runs added to the total. That was a good line delivery. Batsman played it straight down the ground to the long off fielder. Just a single. Short of a good line delivery. The batsman plays towards the long off fielder. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. Just a single here. The batsman coming down the track, missed it completely, goes into the hand of the keeper. There is an appeal for stumping, but denied by the umpire. Says he is well inside the crease. So there's no casualty here. So Malisha Pereira bowling his second over. Played it down the ground towards the mid off area. No runs here. Once again played over the point fielder. The deep cover point fielder trying to cut it off and does it well, but he kicks it off back into the ground for a boundary. That's a welcome boundary here. A good try, I would say, by the fielder, but unfortunately they could not stop the boundary. A slow in the air, a fuller delivery played towards the deep square leg.
Welcome back after the short break, innings break, and the change of sides here. So the score 93 for 2. Well left by the batsman. That was way outside the offside white line, and that's one more added. A good loopy delivery, inviting the batsman to play it, tried to cut it towards the point and gully, but misses it completely, goes straight in the hands of the keeper. No run here. Coming down the track, and that's the wicket here. That's a good stumping by the wicket keeper. The batsman charged down the ground, wanted to hit it up and high, but missed it completely. Goes into the hands of the keeper, and he does the rest. He takes the stumps out, and that's the wicket number 3. 94 for 3 in 10.3 overs. The bat is in the air by the time the wicketkeeper dislodged the stumps. That's given out. The batsman was way outside the crease while the bails were taken out, and he is out. It's been seen in the replays as well. No, he has taken it behind the stumps and then That's the wicket number 3 here. So good stumping by the wicket keeper at the score 94 for 3. So that's the end of 11 overs. The score 98 for 3. The required run rate have gone up to 14.89. Ramakrishna, the lone warrior, still at the crease, batting at 32 with 27 deliveries faced so far. That's the wicket number 4. Tried to play it up and above, missed it, and that's hit the stump, rattling the middle and the leg stump here. So the wicket number 4 goes for Team Sparklet Spartan, and Ramakrishna has to depart. He was there in the crease for quite some time. He was playing well, but he has to depart. Now the score, the required run rate is moving up quite drastically here. There are two new batsmen, relatively new batsmen at the crease. It will be difficult for them to go from ball number 1, yet they have to do so if they have to be in the game. Anything can happen in the game of cricket. They say nothing can be said till the last ball is bowled or last winning run has been scored. Nisar Ahmed comes into bat, a left-hand batsman. Malisha Pereira. And that's up and above, but falling short of the fielder. Is that a boundary or a 6? Have to wait. Have to wait for the fielder. And that's a 6 signal by the umpire. What a start for Nisar Ahmed. The first delivery faced, it was a full length delivery, played it towards the mid wicket region for a huge six. So now there is a slight change in field, and bowler coming around the wicket. Batsman plays it towards the long off fielder. By the time the fielder picks it up, they take a single here. So that's a good intent Nisar Ahmed has shown. He says, never give up. I will still try. Though the required run rate have crossed 15. A full length delivery played towards the long on region. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. One more run added to the score. Oh, what a shot here. Nisar Ahmed, you beauty. The third delivery phase played it over the long off fielder for a huge maximum. What a shot here. Nisar Ahmed says, I will not give it up till the last delivery has been bowled. I am here to win for my team. And he is making his presence felt here in the ground. A quicker delivery onto his pads, tried to play towards the mid-on region, but no run here. There is a no damage. So end of 12 overs, 112 for 4. I beg your pardon. Earlier I had said Ramakrishna has been out, but no, he's still there in the crease. It was his partner who was out. Ramakrishna is still batting on 33 of 28 deliveries. Slower in the air, played towards the long off region. Umar Saeed is the bowler. So just a single here. There is a change of field because of left arm, right arm batsman. He has a long off, long on, deep cover point, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. Slower in the air, but way outside the offside line for a wide here. So wide has been signaled by the umpire. The required run rate still at 15. Once again, slower, pick it up well, played over the long on fielder for a maximum. Nisar Ahmed, you beauty. What a shot. Three maximum coming from his bat so far with just 5 deliveries faced. Batting on 19. Once again, a slow delivery. Played it onto the offside. Longer fielder chasing it. Cuts it off through the leg. But meanwhile, they take 2 runs. That's good running between the wicket. So 2 more runs added to the total. Shorter length delivery. There is an appeal for stumping.
We have to wait and watch the result here. Uh, that was a cheeky thinking by the keeper, but the batsman stays. I would also say it's a good bowling by Umar Saeed, not giving him a room, bowling on the offside. Once again, onto his pads, played towards the mid wicket region, but lands safely. The fielder picks it up on one bounce and throws it back to the bowler. Just a single here. Well played. Well played. Played toward the covers region just for a single. Uh, the score moves on to 124 in 13 overs. The required run rate have moved back to 15.43. Nisar Ahmed, the star so far. If he stays, anything can happen. He needs to do the bulk of the scoring here. He needs to take most of the strike here. If he's there, anything be possible. Anything on his leg, that's being dispatched out of the ground. That's head towards the long on fielder just for a single. Ramakrishna doing the anchor of an inning here. Now he knows Nisar is hitting the ball well. He's just taking a single, giving the strike to Nisar. Onto his pads, wanted to play it hard, but straight back to the bowler. There's no much of a damage here, a dot delivery. That's on the offside. That's the weak link they are being following here. They know if anything onto the leg, Nisar Ahmed is hammering it down. So they are keeping everything on the offside, not giving away any room. That's cheeky by the batsman, just opening the pace of the bat, opening up, just takes an edge, goes towards the third man region for a boundary. That's a welcome boundary for the batsman here. 129 on the board, but they need couple of boundaries more each over. low full toss, played it towards the deep mid wicket area. Just a single. The fielder throws it back to the bowler. A single run added. So 130 on the board, and the required run rate have gone closer to 17, which is very high considering the bowling so far. They're doing well, keeping the check on the required run rate. They're not giving away easy runs here. Uh, that was a full length delivery. Batsman was trying to be a little cheeky, wanted to play it, but missed it completely. Goes straight to the keeper's hand. No run here. So that's the end of 14 overs, 130 on board. And the required run rate is exactly 17. So अब से इन टीम स्पार्कलेट स्पार्टन को हर ओवर में एटलीस्ट 3 बाउंड्रीज की जरूरत, अगर इनको इस गेम में बने रहना है। और इसी के चलते निसार अहमद को जितना स्ट्राइक मिल सके उतना अच्छा होगा। Is that a wicket? No, it has gone to the keeper's hand. And yes, that's a wicket. That's bold. What a bowling here. I thought the ball had touched the keeper's hand and gone to the stumps. But no, that's a wicket. That's a wicket number 5. Nisar Ahmed, who was batting brilliantly, is now going back to the pavilion. With this, is that a curtain for Team Sparklet Spartan? Because half of the side is back into the pavilion and the required run rate is creeping up, which is over 17 now. I guess the ball spun quite a bit. He is a leggy, pitching on to the offside, coming in sharply and taking the off stump out. So they knew the weak link of Nisar Ahmed. Anything on the leg, he was hammering it down. So they were keeping everything onto the offside. And that made the trick here. And they got the wicket of Nisar. That's a big fish. Nice, juicy, loopy delivery here. Batsman played towards the point region just for a single. So the new batsman Saleh Khan opens his account with a single. That's a loopy delivery once again, but a fuller length, takes an inside edge, goes towards the square leg region, and by the time fielder picks it up, they take a single here. Singles are not a bother for Team Intertek. Tries to play it up and above, misses it completely, goes into the hands of keeper. So that's a dot delivery, and every dot delivery will increase the pressure, increase the increase the required run rate. Once again, played it towards the square leg region. That's a good hit. That's a slog sweep coming up from the batsman Saleh Khan, and that's the first boundary coming up from the bat of Saleh. So that's a good intent, I would say, but still, the required run rate is creeping up. Once again, swing here straight towards the deep mid wicket fielder. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, they take a single. With this single, the end of 15 overs, 137 for 5. and the required run rate have gone up to 18.58. In fact, the required run rate is exactly 19 now. 137 for 5 in 15. So team requires 95 of 30 deliveries. Uh, that was a good delivery onto his pads, placed towards the mid-wicket region, but just a single here. So it's just a formality, or still there is a chance. It has to be seen here. It has to be seen by the intent of the batsmen, how they take it. If they have the positive mindset. Oh, that's cheeky. Played towards the fine leg. Ball is not traveling. The batsman takes a double here. Oh, they're coming for the third run. That's a good running between the wicket. And meanwhile, they take 3 runs here. That's a cheeky bit of batting here by Ramakrishna. A full toss, lower full toss here. Played towards the long on area. The fielder running from long on cuts it off, and that's just a single. 15.3 overs, 142 for 5. Ramakrishna still on the crease, batting on 50, the lone warrior alongside Saleh Khan. A short delivery here, just placed it between the point and gully fielder, and the ball is racing towards the boundary. That's the boundary number 2 of this over. Beg your pardon, the first boundary of this over. So Lipin Raj is the bowler who is bowling his third over. Once again, a short overland delivery. Wanted to play it towards the third man, miss it completely. And you miss, I hit, and rattle the stumps here. Water bowling by Lipin Raj. And he takes his second wicket. What a player. Shown a good intent in batting, now in bowling. Rattles the leg stump out of the ground here. So that's the wicket number 6. And Ramakrishna, who was batting well, batting at 44, now has to depart and walking to the pavilion. That's the new batsman coming in now. And the required run rate has just crossed 20. Played and a miss here. So end of 16 over, 146 for 6. Rajan Chauhan is the new batsman. 16 over 146 for 6. Left arm bowler down the leg side. That's a wide to start with. Roshan Germany is the bowler. Once again onto the pad. That's an appeal, and that's the wicket given here. That's the finger raised by the umpire. And that's the wicket number 7 for Team Sparklet, Spartans. And Roshan gets his first wicket in his first over. Good line delivery, try to play it on the offside, takes an inside edge, goes towards the fine leg area, but they take a single here. That's a quick single. Oh, that's a good shot, but there is a fielder guarding that area. The fielder picks it up, throws it back. $149 for 7 in 16.3 overs. And that's once again an inside edge straight towards the fine leg fielder. Two inside edges here in this over. Could have taken the stumps, but lucky for the batsman. And that's the wicket number 8. And Roshan getting his second wicket in this over. What a bowling figure here. Roshan Germany, 5 balls, 4 runs, and 2 wickets. Wicket number 8 bites the dust here. Oh, wanted to play it onto the leg side. There was a wide signal by the umpire. So one more run added to the total.
That's a leg by signal. There was an appeal for leg before, but leg by goes straight towards the boundary for a four extras. End of 17, 155. Required 25.87. It is slipping out of the hands of Sparklet here. They just need a miracle. One more run added to the total. Singles definitely won't hurt. A low full toss, wanted to play on the offside, missed it, missed by the keeper, goes towards the third man fielder. No run here. New ball, Sheldon Alvarez. Takes an inside edge, goes towards the square leg area, the fielder coming underneath it, and that's a single. Sheldon Alvarez was a bit expensive in his first over, but coming back strongly in the second. Once again, played it towards the square leg area, just beating the umpire. One more run added to the total. Umpire seems to be in some pain here, limping. That's a full toss and a no ball called by the umpire above the waist height, and that's the free hit. That's a gift given to the batsman. Can he free his arm in this ball? Have to wait and watch. Once again, a full toss, but it is definitely below the waist height. Tried to play it over the mid wicket area, but just a single. A short line delivery, ball in the air, and the fielder coming underneath it takes the catch here, and the wicket number 9 goes. So there is just a formality left here. One wicket to win the match, or 2 overs to complete. So end of 18 overs, 160 for 9. Team Sparklet Spartan, if they have to win this match, they have to hit 6 on each deliveries. 12 balls, 72 runs required. 36 is the strike rate. 36 is the required run rate. Sheldon Alvarez completes his 2 overs, giving away 20 runs, taking 1 wicket. What a shot here! What a beautiful shot out of the ground, out of the park. That was a low full toss delivery. Hit it straight outside the ground for a huge 6 by Parminder. Alongside him, it is Inam Wazir.
Once again, down the track, want to hit it, but that's a wide signal by the umpire. So one more extra run added to the total. A slower delivery, played it straight to the bowler. That's a dot delivery here, coming from Roshan, Germany. That's the wicket, and that's the end of the game. Roshan, Germany, UBT getting the third wicket of his just 1.3 overs ball, and that's the end of the game. And Team Intertek have won the match with 64 runs. That's a huge margin in a 2020 over game. Congratulations to Team Intertek AAA All Stars. Won the match with 64 runs. Congratulations and thanks for participating in OGPL Season 4. We would like to welcome you both the team in the next season, Season 5, which will be much bigger, much better. Thanks from the commentary here, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much.